Welcome to the Business Connection, your opportunity to see and hear from small business owners in this state. We would like to thank our sponsors, Metro Omaha Women's Business Center and Leading Edge Entrepreneur Group.
Welcome to the Business Connection, your opportunity to meet and hear from small business owners across the state. I'm your host, BC Clark. Today, with me is my guest, Lee Pankowski. Lee Pankowski is the owner of LP Custodial. Lee, welcome to the show.
Thank you, BC. I'm glad you invite me here.
Yes, it's good to hear from you.
Thank you.
So listen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Now, I know you've owned LP Custodial for about 8 or so years,
right.
But you've done many things before that. So
right.
kind of talk to us a little bit about your story.
Okay. Well, I'm from Seoul, South Korea in 1974 as a student. At that time, I thought I was pursuing PhD in my mind. Anyway, right after I landed it, I met South Omaha boy and got married right away and went to school at first. And then first job I had is a market research company as a key punch operator.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then,
remember that.
Yes. And then move on to, I finished it as project coordinator in the IT department. And then finally, company merged to the big Nielsen marketing. So they tried to phase it out. So I bought dry cleaning shop with my severance pay.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so you started a business after you left corporate America. And you said, I want to start.
Right.
So what was that process like? Tell me about that.
Oh, at first, I never owned a business. I was a little scared at that time. But hey, why not trying? And then dry cleaning business is more like a customer basis with little labor type of business.
Yes.
So I think I can do it. So I started it, dry cleaning with alteration. Mm-hmm. So then I ran that almost 18 years. And oh my gosh, I enjoyed it. And business doing well. I had a lot of customer and made a pretty good money.
Now let me ask you this: was that in Omaha or was that?
Yes, in Omaha.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
great. Yes.
90th and Maple Street.
Oh, wow.
That was my dry cleaning shop. It's called Maple Tailor and Cleaners. A lot of people knows me with Maple Tailor and Cleaners owner.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And then I thought, well, I don't want to settle with this kind of business. So I started and bigger scale of a same type of cleaning, but it's a commercial building cleaning business, which called commercial janitorial business.
Okay.
That's what I started it. And then the big, huge commercial cleaning business owner told me that you should get a certification of some sorts.
Okay, now I want to stop you right there because a lot of people don't understand that as a small business, there's a lot of set-asides.
Right.
And if you want to get contracts from the city or from the state, you have to be certified.
That's right.
Right. And go ahead, and let me let you go ahead. You did all of that, I know already. Go
right.
ahead.
The first things that I treated him, respected him as my business mentor. He told me that I should get 8A certification. That's through U.S. Small Business Administration.
Yes.
And then 2 months later, I got the certification. And then from that on, oh my gosh, because I was at 8A certified contractor, I was able to submit the federal contract. Okay. So first one I got, don't shock, I got a LAX, air traffic, control tower, whole janitorial business.
Yes. So that was the first one you got with the 8A certification?
Yes. because I was an 8A contractor.
Because those are certain jobs are
Set aside
for those
8A
certifications.
certification contractor only can
Right.
bid on those type of
That's very
contract.
smart to
Yes.
understand that to get those certifications, it
Right.
broadens your scope of what you can get in.
Exactly. At first, that I had a little private building cleaning, and
Okay.
that's how I started it. And then 2 years later, and I was gutsy enough, I submitted it. And then at the time, I saw that Minneapolis, Washington, D.C., California, there's a small Asian lady from Omaha, Nebraska, and I got it. So cool.
So
Yeah.
that certification brought in all those contracts.
Exactly. So
now, go ahead. Now, did you also have to get certified on the
Omaha, Nebraska has, at that time, 4 or 5 years ago, they have a PBE, which means Protected Business Enterprise.
PBE? Okay, yes.
Something like that. That Omaha, city of Omaha had
Yes,
that.
okay.
That's what I got at first.
Okay.
And then, what's it, 2010, they had another certification with
For the
Tier
state-
1,
Tier 1 and Tier 2, yes. Those are the cities
So
as
I
well.
submit that as my category was, I think it's what was that, PB, not the PB.
Small disadvantaged or?
No, a Tier 1, Tier 2.
Okay.
It's based on, it's not a gender or
It's
a
based on
race or
location?
anything. No, it's a financial.
Financial,
As
okay.
long as you're under
A certain amount of money, then
right,
you can
right.
qualify.
So
Okay.
I was qualified the Tier 2 emerging small business.
Emerging small business,
That's what
okay.
I got. So then, City of Omaha contract has certain percentage of 25%. You have to give those contract to
those particular.
Tier 1, Tier 2, whatever the
Okay,
categories.
whatever it is, yeah.
So to me, get a certification, whatever you can get. That is a very important to get it.
And I
So
think that's
like
important for
yes.
people to understand too, is that, when you start a small business, depending on what that business is, find out as much information as you can. And that's why the research and the planning is so critical.
Exactly.
So knowing, because if you wouldn't have known that, someone had to tell you to get 8A certified.
Right.
And I think that that's something that still people can do today. I believe 8A
Of
certification
course.
is still available. I know that Tier 1 and Tier 2 is still available as well.
Right.
So people should definitely check in that. That's with the city of Nebraska.
Right.
There's also a state certification.
That
Isn't there? Like just with the state of Nebraska, there's a state certification.
okay. I think state certification, anybody can bid on.
Anybody
that
can
one.
bid on those, so there's no
Right,
set asides
right.
for that.
So then there's
Okay.
a woman on.
Okay, and the women owned,
Right.
okay.
So 8A is actually minority. Any minority status people
Okay.
can get that.
Can get the 8A.
Yes.
Okay, so if we were to just look at this now, so you came here, you planned on being a PhD, obviously something happened, you met a South Omaha boy.
Right.
Got married. All right, and then you started your dry cleaning business.
Right.
And then from that dry cleaning business, you took what you learned, and then you opened up a small
Right.
commercial cleaning.
I got the 8A certification in my dry cleaning shop.
Okay.
And
yes.
then I had a brochure to my dry cleaning customer on my counter. Hey, I've got another cleaning business. The people ask me, what kind? This is a building cleaning, janitorial business. So then my first contract was my decent, good, old-time customer gave me the opportunity to 2-story building, office cleaning.
Oh, okay.
That's what he gave me the first job.
To help you get started
right.
in that.
And then my cleaning business just take off. So I sold my dry cleaning business.
Okay.
And then that was 2006. And then I've been concentrating.
Trading on that. So over the time now, if you were to say to someone, if you want to start a business, give me just 3 things that you think that key that you would tell those business owners.
First things, before you start anything, you have to set your mind. What do you want to do?
Okay.
And if you set your mind, you got to put the business plan first.
Business.
What type of business you're going to be in. And then just research what type of certification categories you can get into. Just like me, I'm a woman, I'm a minority.
Yes.
So USA, you
There's
can
quite a
get,
few.
there's so many opportunities. So what we call immigration, people like us, and success with the U.S. dream, American dream.
The American dream,
Yes.
yes. And you know, that's really good, because a lot of people have those dreams, and unfortunately a lot of times someone else is directing that dream for them. So with your dream, you knew you wanted to start a business, but you were committed to that dream. There's a lot of people are just interested in starting something, right? But there's a big difference between interest and being committed.
Right.
If you're interested in something, it's just something you'll do when it's convenient for you. But when you're committed,
That's right.
it takes that hard work.
Once you're committed, you have to pursue and continuously
and continue to work hard at
work
what you're trying to
work hard
for those
oh,
results.
Yes, yes. There's a nothing
Because
free.
it doesn't come easy. And
No,
being a business owner,
no.
and we're not trying to deter anyone, but being a business owner does take a different mindset than being an employee. So you want to really do your research and talk and find out as much as you can. What I really like about what you did, Lee, is that you took the opportunity and you got all the certifications that you could get that pertain to your business.
Right.
That set you up to be qualified for any of those contracts that will come available.
Right.
So that's a great thing that people should really think about. And I think that's a good thing that you
Every time you read the contract opportunities information, and then you look first what kind of set aside they have. A women-owned, 8A, Tier 1, Tier 2, and then once you have those certifications,
then you can
eliminate the competition.
Great.
That's what the certification is
It's all about.
Important.
It's really important.
Right.
Well, I just got to tell you, thank you so much for being on the show today, Lee.
Thank you.
This was awesome. And, you know, the information you gave us is key. So if you're out there with the dream and you're wondering how to get started, I want you to just stop, take a few moments, find out what that business is that you want to start. Get involved, get the information you need, and go for certifications. That's what Lee did, and she's quite successful. Many contracts from the government, from the city. So that's things that you want to do. As the one thing I'll tell you, that if you're committed to your dream, be committed to your dream. At the Business Connection, we interview small business owners weekly. So we'll see you next week with a different business owner and their tips and tools for you to be successful. Welcome back to the Business Connection. Here's our panel today. I have Lee Pankowski of LP Custodial, and I also have Joanne Floyd, longtime independent beauty consultant for 26 years. Today our topic is Encore Entrepreneurs. It's those small business owners who get started in business after 45 or 50 years old. AARP has started having sessions for these Encore entrepreneurs. Now, as you know, in our state, small business significantly impacts Nebraska's economy. So with a lot of now people in 50, 45 starting businesses, it's greater. And they're being successful. So I know, Lee, when you first started your business, were you in that Encore, or were you much younger?
Oh, do I really have to say?
No,
I started my cleaning business when I was 58 years old. I'm over 6 years old.
So you were an Encore entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the things that you ran into as an Encore entrepreneur? I mean, did you use, because the one thing I have to always say when I find out that someone's over 50 is getting ready to start a business is, please don't use your 401k to finance your business. Now, why do we say that? We say that because it's very hard to make that up. At 58, you're not going back, you know, there's just no way to make that money up. So, but there's other things too. It's awesome when you've been on in corporate America or been doing something else, and now you start your own business, because when you do that, you're going to start your own business doing what you want to do. And that's what we all recommend.
Exactly.
Is that don't do something that you think you have to do, but do something you want to do, something that makes you feel good, right? What's your thought on that, Joanne?
Well, actually, I started my business when I was 23, so I'm kind of on the other end of the scale. But I know quite a few women in my industry who begin their businesses after their children have grown, or choose a different, path, or just add it on because they want to make some extra money.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, even so, no matter when, there's always a learning curve, as I call it, because if you've been in corporate America for a long time, there is still a learning curve. It takes many hats to be a business owner. Now, Lee, tell us some of the things that, if you were to give some points out to people that are just trying to start a business in that bracket, what were some of the things that you would give them? What kind of tips would you tell them?
Well, whatever your age at that time, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, even 60s, you've done whatever you've done all your lifetime. That is never wasted.
Right.
Just to learn from that skill, knowledge, whatever, and then once you decide what you're going to do, that's all helpful.
That's all good information to move forward with.
I think so.
You know, a dream. Now, a lot of people will talk about, oh, I'm in corporate America, but I really want to do this. And you know people that say that, I really wanted to do this. I'm doing this, but I really want to do this. Give some tips or some tools to help people get out of that area, because I think it's partly fear of going out on their own, and the other part may be they're just not sure that they could be a good business owner. So what are some of the things that you guys would say to them, you ladies? What are some of the things you would say? Because a dream is a dream, and when you have that dream, it burns. You know, it burns inside until you decide to do something about it.
If you ask me for that, unless you inherited a lot of money from your somebody, I wouldn't put so much money up front. You just don't know that's going to make it or not.
If it's going to make it or not.
Right.
So it's really important, if you're an entrepreneur, not to spend all your money up front on overhead.
And that's very
you want
risky.
It is risky.
Yes.
And you want to make sure, if you don't have to use overhead, like if it's a home business and you can really do the things at home, you want to take advantage of that, wouldn't you say?
Think about put your labor into it, into your business, rather than put the money into it.
All the money into it, right. And there's an opportunity to put money in, but if you can get started, you want to try and use as less money as possible to get going. And a lot of businesses, sometimes you have to have a building, you know, but then you don't use your money for that. You keep your money aside.
If you have to, ideally.
Yes.
We teach in our business that one of the smart things to do is to go ahead and set up, even if you have a home business, to set it up like a business.
Absolutely.
And you know, go to your bank and you know, maybe take out a small loan to deal with whatever inventories or things that you have to do, and set it up like a business so that you have a regular schedule that you're paying, and you've put put capital in, but it's not your retirement.
You need to treat it like a business, right? You need to treat it like a business. And that's important, because until you do that, the mindset doesn't happen. When you really understand that, okay, I'm focused here, 4 hours is what I'm going to put, you know, I have to task that, whatever I'm doing. And you have to know what things cost. You know, there's a lot of people that start small businesses like restaurants, and they've done cakes and pies at home, right? They never measure or see how much they're spending on those ingredients. And when they get out in business, they're like, well, I don't know, I just love, I just love to do that. But you really have to be committed and understand and look for those results that you're looking for, right? We have to make sure that we know that it's important to make sure you're planning and you get things on paper. The business plan is very important because you can use that as a road map, correct?
Right, and find mentors in your field.
That's so key.
It's so important. I mean, you know, every field has somebody that you can go and say, you know, I need help with this. You know, what do I need to do? Is there something I can do better? Right.
And there are a lot of people out there that want to give that information. The thing too, I think, you got to make sure you don't stay as an island. Right? You need to get out and network with other business owners, even before you get into business. I always tell people, go out and network. See what's happening out there. What are they doing? How are things working? Meet people.
Learn from what they've done.
Learn from what they've done and from what you hear, correct? Because I think that's really important. Don't you? What are some of your comments on that? Networking is key, isn't it?
Networking is huge. I mean, and, you know, I am in a personal service industry, so I need to meet people.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, it's wonderful for me to get out and network and say hello. You know, this is what I do, and you know, is there any way that I can, you know, serve you in this?
Yes, that's that's really key. And it's important to go to different networking events. Don't just go to the ones that may be related to what you want to do, but you want to make sure you get to a lot of them, because you know you don't know where your clients are, right? Or your customer. So let's talk a little bit about this. let's talk up to that person, that female who's out there. Has this dream. The kids are now just leaving home, and she's just sitting there wondering, what should I do next? Should I start a business, or should I go work for someone?
Well,
I think you know, a lot of it is, do you have an entrepreneurial mindset? Because working for yourself is very different than working for someone in corporate America. I mean, you have to be both the employee and the boss.
Right.
And you have to be the employee more than the boss.
You have to be disciplined. That's
Yes.
that's for sure. I mean, it does take discipline. But I think that if it's something that you really, really love, and there's passion behind that, it's going to work. And I think we can't be afraid to
Right.
step out. Would you agree, Lee?
my opinion is, rather than work for somebody, that's my opinion. Get your own business.
Right.
Make more money. How about that?
How about that?
Yes.
I think that's what we all want to do,
Yes,
like make more money.
yes.
And make sure,
Try
to
it.
make sure that
Yeah.
it's a business that we are committed to, right? Because you can't just
Be passionate about it.
Be passionate about
and
it.
Be your own boss.
Yes. You know, I mean, I was in IT for almost 30-some years. Did I want to start a business in IT? Oh, no. You know, but I wanted to do it with something I really, really felt passionate about. And I think that's important. I think it's important for you to have the dream, to work the dream, to be the dream, and to get those results. Pursue it and get those
Right.
results.
Yeah.
Right? Some of your thoughts, because you've been out there a long time and you've been doing a lot of things, meeting a lot of people. Give us some tips and tools on, just
Try, work hard.
just do it.
Go get it. Go for it.
Go for it.
That's it.
And don't be afraid to fail.
Right.
I
A
mean,
lot of times the people
absolutely.
sleeping.
failure is an option.
Yeah.
Because for nothing else, it'll help you be successful.
That's
Right.
right.
We
Because
always
if
talk.
you never fail, you don't know what success looks like.
We always talk in our business about we fail forward.
That's right. That's right. You fail forward. I like that. That's a good key. And I think the other thing too is to remember that it's okay to not know everything when you first
That's
get started,
right.
but you
Oh,
definitely want to
yeah.
do research, and you
Right.
definitely want
Right.
to plan,
Yeah.
and just do some studies to find out, is this something that people are looking for?
Right.
Right. And we know a small business can consist of 1 to 499 employees. So, I mean, there's a lot of small businesses out there. And I always say there's enough for everyone.
Right,
Do you
exactly.
guys
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think you have to just be focused, keep your mind straight, and understand where you want to go, right? Last thoughts?
I just think that, I mean, if you have a dream in your heart, follow it. Figure out what the steps are and just find a good mentor and find your way and go for it.
And go for it. Lee, some last minute comments on that?
Well, just go get it.
Go get it.
Try hard. And then I told many people, when people sleeping at night, I was up doing something,
Right.
researching and always
Checking
doing
things
something.
out.
Yes.
Because I don't think it ever ends.
Yes.
But I
that's
think you
true.
can get to a point
Right.
where you have that business working. Once you realize that this is what I'm going to do and you're committed to
Then
that, I think you can then
Sooner
say,
or later,
Yes.
hey, ta-da.
yeah,
You're
it's
here
it.
somewhere.
You say, glory.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, ladies, this has been really good. I want to thank you guys for being on the panel,
Thank you.
giving your thoughts and your tips and tools to our viewers. If you're thinking about starting a business, don't be afraid to jump in. There's lots of resources around. There are a lot of agencies. And don't be afraid to take that step. It's your dream. You must live it and gain those results. Work hard. That's what we're all doing. That's what we've been doing. And that's how you be successful. Take it one step at a time and know that it is hard work, but you can do it. Don't be afraid to jump out and ask for help. That's what it's about. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Now, each week we'll come and we'll bring different business owners, and we'll have panels as well. But it's all to bring you insight on small business owners here in the state of Nebraska. Now, with that said, until next time, have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Ladies,